of sports.
By John Gallo. Just saw former producer John Gallo. He was taking in some
Now
TPV River Highlands.
Management.
Yeah, he's got the free time. He's got the
Free time,
to run
free
around.
drinks. Gonna be in the hospitality tent.
He's looking good like the rest of the people out here at TPC River Highlands. A little wet, but I would say cooled off. Definitely
guys are
cooled
scoring
off.
though, man. They love it.
Sports Menu brought to you by our friends at Up and Smoke Cromwell. If you're leaving TPC and you're listening to the Rob Dibble Show, make a little pit stop to Up and Smoke. Get yourself a choice cigar. The best place
for the
to get
weekend,
your cigars.
man.
Get you
Saturday
for the
and
weekend,
Sunday.
for sure. A little Sports Menu for the Rob Dibble Show. We'll be back out here Saturday before anyone tees off. Yeah, that's right. No, we're not going to come super early. We're going to be here at 10 a.m. But they have just officially moved tee times back to 10:45 a.m.
Oh, nice.
Looking out for some of that bad weather that's coming through, so trying to get that out of the way and get everybody to some dry tee boxes to start the tournament. So if you're making plans to be out here tomorrow, you get to put the snooze on another couple of hours as tee times have been pushed back. They probably compile some groups as well. It might not just be twos going out. They might have threes going out to get everything in. Sports Menu for the baseball tonight. This is a big deal, I think. New York Yankees taking on the Texas Rangers, right? That's the series that's about to start.
Yep.
Dude, I think this is a for real series. The Texas Rangers, are they for real, or are they just a bunch of...
Could be make or break for the skipper of the Yankees if they don't start turning things
Whoa!
around. Hal Steinbrenner
Really?
just came out today.
Really?
And he knows that the fans are not happy with the performance. Well, who's usually responsible for the performance of the team?
You would think the
You
buck
would think.
stops with the manager.
Well, you would think it stops with the analytics nerds,
No,
but it
they're
doesn't.
safe. No one's
Or
gonna-
Brian Cashman.
No
No,
one's losing that
it'll be Aaron Boone. That could be in trouble. I got big news, man. The voting just came out for the All-Stars for MLB. Ronald Acuna Jr. is your front runner right now.
Over on the NL side or over Ohtani?
On the NL, he is
Okay.
way over Ohtani.
Really?
He's at 3,082,600 votes. Ohtani, you would think, with a whole country behind him, he's at 2.646.
No way.
307.
That's impossible.
It's not.
Listen, Yao Ming is still the number one vote getter for NBA because the whole entire country of China votes for him. You're telling me
Okay, but
Japan
China's
doesn't?
got 3 billion people.
I know,
Japan
but
does not.
I would
They
think
have, what, 300 million, I think.
Yeah, but they're super smart. They'll figure out how to do a bunch of different entries for the price of one. I don't think they even know that this voting's going on. I think Shohei
What are they,
is getting
hanging
slighted.
chads? What?
They are
What's
putting out
the
some
problem
hanging
here?
chads
Oh,
in
my
Japan,
goodness.
and this voting I don't think is on the up and up because Shohei should be blowing out the competition. But I love Ronald Acuna Jr. I think well-deserved. Five-tool guy. Definitely worth the price of admission for the Atlanta Braves. And by the way, big series for the Atlanta Braves against the Cincinnati Reds this weekend.
I know. They're trying to stop that 11-game winning streak
Yeah.
of the Cincinnati Reds. I apologize. This is
What?
2021 figures.
Oh, I was going to say.
125 million in Japan.
There we
I thought
go.
it was 300 million.
Oh,
I'm
that's not the
wrong.
vote? That's the
It's
population?
the population.
Oh, I thought you were talking vote right there. He should be at 100. If there's 125 million Japanese, Shohei should have 100 million votes by now. That's just how it goes. I'm
He's
sorry.
got 2.6.
I love
Hey,
the
listen,
guy.
Rob Manfred's
Love the
office
guy.
never lies.
Rob Manfred, by the way, has got some splaining to do.
What?
Last week, I'm so sorry for the Oakland fans. I feel so bad. This week, it's been what was the
Decade
term?
worth of inaction.
Decade worth of inaction by those fans. Wow, who am I talking to today? Is it a guy who like, oh, I'm so sorry, Oakland, or a guy who's like, it's all your fault, Oakland?
And this is coming on the heels of him just admitting he was wrong about immunity with the Astros. He shouldn't have granted that. He misspoke. He apologizes for calling the World Series trophy a hunk of metal.
Oh.
And now you're going to come out and you're going to throw shade on the fans. Just stop.
Beware, Pittsburgh. It might be you. It might be you.
But just don't
Coming
talk
up
about
next.
the fans.
Baltimore Orioles trying to keep on winning against the Seattle Mariners tonight. Gibson will be on the hill. He's 8-4 right now for Baltimore. Everybody be paying attention to that guy. The other AL East teams, Tampa Bay Rays are at home against the Kansas City Royals. Did you know Greinke's only 1-7?
He's at the end.
Eflin on the hill for the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Blue Jays will be at home against those sorry,
What's
pathetic fan
Eflin's
base
record?
Oakland
He
A's.
came over from the Phillies.
8-3, 3.2
That's
ERA.
a nice free agent sign.
He plays for Tampa.
And they don't usually spend a lot of money, so that was a good sign for Tampa Bay.
It's a Chris Bassett night tonight.
Basset Hound.
The old Bassett Hound going up against his old team, the Oakland A's. Caprialiana. Caprialian. That guy.
Caprillion?
Is that how you say it?
Yes. His name's Caprillion. You were really not close.
Samsonite?
Yeah.
I was
James
way
Caprillion
off.
versus Bass.
Dude is horrible. 2-6, 6.3 ERA.
That team's
I'm
horrible.
taking the Blue Jays tonight.
Shane
Boston
Bieber's pitching tonight for the Guardians. Giolito's pitching for the
Sox.
against Bayo.
Yeah, Bayo versus Giolito.
He's been the best pitcher for the Red Sox so far.
Red Sox versus White Sox tonight. That game will start at 8:10 Chicago time. Little hour difference there. Bayo trying to get above 500. He's 4-4. Giolito 5-4 on the year for the White Sox tonight. Astros versus the Dodgers over there on the West Coast. It's France versus Sheehan. Sheehan, first start for him. Yet to really get any pitches on the mound this year. And then those New York Mets taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Oh, my favorite Mets pitcher is on the mound. No, it's not Scherzer. No, it's not Verlander. No, it's not Edwin Diaz. He ain't on a mound anytime soon. My man, Cody Senga.
Oh, you know who's starting for the Dodgers? This kid that they took out of a no-hitter the other day.
This is the Sheehan kid.
This is Emmett. Yeah. Emmett Sheehan. 23 years young, 6'5", 220. Another stud. He's out of New York, actually. Should have been drafted by the Mets or the Yankees. 6 innings, no hits, 2 walks, 3 punch-outs.
He's barely thrown any pitches.
Well, it's his second start of his career.
I mean, just don't get crazy, all right? Don't get crazy. We'll see how he does tonight against the Astros. That ERA could be a 5 before we're talking tomorrow.
Come on, number 80, Emmett Sheehan.
That's the jersey number he wears? 80?
He wears number 80.
23. 6'5", 220.
God.
He's a monster. He's a monster.
Hard to remember back
How
that
the
age.
Dodgers do it with the pitchers? Like, they're really good with picking
they're
pitchers.
They're really good. They, and listen, the Pirates started this a few years ago, and now they really done well. Good. How are you? Thank you. They never have drafted really small guys. So the Pirates a few years ago said, we're not drafting anybody under 6 feet tall anymore.
Yeah, right.
They've gotten steadily better. And it's not because they all throw 95 or they're great. It's just essentially that you want guys that are going to be powerful pitchers.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers, man, they have just – even the kid that I coached, Phil Bickford, kid's 6'6", 220, and they got him in a trade from the Giants. So I think a lot of this is they look at the genetics, they look at the longevity. You also look at the downward tilt of a taller kid. The kid that pitches for LSU is 6'9".
Yeah.
You're just looking at that and throwing 95 miles an hour. It's a lot more difficult to hit off a guy like that than a guy who's throwing off a 10-inch mound that's 6 feet tall.
What about this stretch? Just like, it always looked like Randy Johnson's handing the ball off to the catcher.
He was 6'10", probably throwing when he stepped and let go of the ball, it was from about 50 feet away.
Such an advantage.
So it's an absolute advantage.
Such an advantage. By the way, Wembanyama was asked by J.J. Redick last night what he thought of his first pitch, and he says, I want to do it again. I need a redo. Like, it wasn't that bad.
He wasn't awful, but he's 7'5". Can you imagine
never
trying to hit off that dude? He's probably never thrown a baseball, has he?
Never threw a baseball. He looked all right. He was warming up. He's coordinated. The one thing about this guy that, 7'5", man, he just looks.
He looks coordinated.
This guy looks coordinated.
Right.
This guy can chew gum and walk at the same time.
Well, that's what we say about Sonogo. 6'9", and he looks like he's 6 foot tall, dribbling the basketball up and down the court.
I'd love to see Sonogo take BP and just really get a hold of one, just rock one, run into it, and just.
I'm so disappointed. I'm just going to go on record as I'm disappointed in all 30 teams in the NBA. You all suck.
I totally agree with you, man.
I just think you all suck.
You
didn't draft my man. That is what a great kid.
Timmy not getting drafted too. That's crazy from Gonzaga. The guy, has been schooling.
What, is he too old for you? Or
I think so. I think that is a thing. When you look at the draft, man, you're looking at 18, 19 all the way. And It's so based on potential and hype more than it is of what I have seen.
And beauty
them
too.
do.
I mean, you know the word I'm looking at, sexy. It's
Yeah.
not a sexy pick. I'm
He
not gonna
doesn't
pick
play
Sanogo.
sexy basketball. He plays winning basketball.
Sanogo's 6'9" and can't hit the threes. Well, he hit 18 this year. You know, he's improved.
I don't like the three-point shooting. I want a guy that gets buckets and stops the bleeding.
That's Adama Sanogo.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's going to be okay, Div.
all right, we
It's
come
gonna be
back.
okay.
Rich Beam joined us a little earlier. So we'll talk to Rich Beam from Sky Sports, PGA winner from 2002.